What's your name?
Yeri,
Where's your family from?
South Korea.
Okay, so listen. Look at her. Man, turn. Okay, hang on right there. See, okay, I'm definitely not going to poke you, but I got to really show this. I'll use this side, okay? Look at right here. See the fold on her eye? See how it comes down right there? And what that does is it's called the epicanthic fold. And it's not just in people of Asian ancestry. We see it in Africa. We've seen it in certain peoples in Europe, and we don't know why, but we see it a fair amount in Africa. But one thing it does is it gives that almond shape. Look at how, it's Yeri? Yeri. Look at how Yeri's eyes have that almond shape to them compared to my eyes. Hang on, look at my eyes. Right? They just don't have, right? Look at how, well, the other thing is the brow bone in East Asians, a much flatter brow bone here. And notice that from the brow to the eyes, this tends to be flat. And why is that? Probably sexual selection. Maybe it was genetic mutation at some point, meaning not mutation in a bad thing, like somebody or for some reason, something led to that with some people, and then it became part of a way of being, and then it just became like, who knows, like sexual selection. It became something that was seen as really beautiful, and then it hung on, even like the epicanthic fold. Look at George's brow. This is the classic European criminal forehead. Look at how his brow sticks out over his eyes right here. See that? Like, so if I do this, hang on, bro, I'm not going to stick you like that. You can't touch, but you can't do that with Yuri because it's much flatter. Why is that? It just is, right? It is. So some people have this idea that so Asians will have not only the epicanthic eye fold, but a much narrower slit in the eye because evolved in like windy, arid climates and that kind of stuff. But that doesn't appear to be the case, really. You know what I mean? The criminal forehead thing, right? It's just like, well, you don't know because in my generation, that's what it was. So here's the point. I take a naturalistic approach to bodies. So I happen to be one of these kind of really unique, I think I'm fairly unique. I didn't grow up with, nor do I have any sense of beauty at all. Like I don't look at one person or another person and think, whoa, that person's beautiful, or they have really beautiful hair and they have not beautiful hair. I don't live in that world because I'm too much of a like an evolution, a thinker of bodies and shapes and faces and so on, to be caught up with believing something that somebody else tells me to be true. And so, like, it's all part of the package. Like, our eyes, like your eyes, your hair, your lips, your face, your nose, mine, everybody. It comes from a long history of people passing genes down to their progeny. And some genes were more adaptable to certain regions. Some genes were more appreciated by others. And so they said, whoa, the people with those eyes, we find that more attractive. And so therefore they became more eligible partners or whatever. It just doesn't matter. Even though you're just beautiful in and of yourself. But where we get lost is thinking that some things are just more beautiful than others, or more perfect than others. And I take a naturalistic approach. It doesn't matter. Whatever your skin is, whatever your nose is, whatever it is, that's what you have. That's what probably allowed, in most cases, allowed your ancestors to survive where they survived. So if you didn't have that, you wouldn't have survived and you wouldn't be here. It's just not what it is. It doesn't matter. It's skin, it's nose, it's hair, it's all the things. Anyway, do you want to say anything?
Well, a lot of people say that in Korea, people always want to be perfect and stuff, but I don't think that's true. It's just that, like, in general, even when you're in high school, middle school, in elementary, you always wear like school uniforms. So everyone like has the same hair. Well, when I was in middle school, like there was like a rule in school that you have to cut your hair in like a certain length, and like you can't wear makeup, you can't dye your hair, you can't perm your hair, you can't put nail colors, earrings, or anything. So you have to be like just plain natural. And so a lot of people, I feel like from that, it's like you can't express your beauty or your self-identity through appearance. So I feel like from that, it kind of just like made them, oh, now I'm like going to college and like I'm graduating high school. So maybe that's the reason why they want to do plastic surgery. But then it's like kind of a norm where in Korea, it's not like considered such a big deal where it's like, oh, like she's doing something or he's doing something. It's very inappropriate. It's just kind of like some things that it's kind of like positively, I guess, accepted, not like that negative at all. So I feel like that's the reason why, but I don't personally think that it's a bad thing. It's just, I mean, I'm biased because I'm Korean, but I, like a lot of the times American media is like, oh, Korean girls always get this and that. I don't think that's like a big matter. If you want to do certain things, I would say go for it, you know.
Yeah,
so.
just do whatever.
Yeah.
Augment. Yeah.